Welcome back, my friends, to Big Bill Anderson's Life Tours. Today I'm in Casa Grande, Arizona, about 55 miles south of Phoenix. And behind me are called the Domes. I'm going to tell you all about these mysterious buildings behind me. Zach Bagans and the Ghost Adventure team came here in 2016 and filmed. I am not going to go inside today because I have done it already. It's no trespassing, so you're not supposed to go inside. And I went a couple years ago before I had my YouTube channel, took a lot of photos. They're going to be in this video, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of why these were created, and also just tell you about the mysterious happenings that have happened in here. And Zach Bagans and the crew came and investigated. And stay with me, my friends. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And specifically because of the channel growth that I've had the last couple months, I drove 110 miles round trip for this video alone, just to give it the proper attention that it needed instead of just inserting photos. Because like I said, I was here before I started my channel. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. And stay with me, my friends. The Domes are one of the more stranger abandoned places that you will find in America. Built for a specific purpose and then abandoned before ever being used, it all started in July of 1982 when an electronics manufacturer owner, Patricia Zeb, announced a plan to move the company Intercom Technology from California to a new headquarters in Casa Grande, Arizona. She named the Domes. Zeb had the buildings designed in the strange dome shape to cut costs and provide good protection from temperature changes, and the whole thing only took 6 weeks to build by pouring concrete over a steel skeleton and inflated balloons. Despite the cheap and speedy construction, Intercom would never move into the Domes. The company went belly up and the Domes were abandoned. And although purchased in 2006, they still remain vacant today. The decades of vacancy have given the Domes quite the reputation. Their UFO-like shape brings out all sorts of supernatural enthusiasts, and it didn't take long for visitors to start reporting the place as being haunted. People report seeing shadowy figures, hearing whispers, and even the sounds of children screaming. These are some of the reports that the Ghost Adventures team found when they came and investigated 3 years ago. Other reports are weird vibrations, tapping noises on cars, and uneasy feelings. Scarier than the thought of some shadowy figure is the rumor of occult activities taking place here. Sure, the ghosts are scary, but a group of loonies sacrificing an animal in it is a hell of a lot scarier. Truth be told, the Domes are like most abandoned places. The creepy stories you tell yourself on the way to the place will dictate the level of uneasiness you feel while there. Stopping by the Domes at night may put you face to face with a satanic cult, but more likely just a bunch of teenagers looking for a place to get drunk. While I walked through the various buildings 2 years ago, I could see why people felt uneasy. I personally don't fear seeing a ghost, but I fear a living person up to no good. Last December, the back half of the largest dome collapsed. You cannot see it from the street here. The day that I came here and took pictures inside the dome, I walked over a barbed wire fence that said no trespassing. I saw a couple people just ahead of me do the same thing, so I followed right behind them. I don't do any of that now. This was a one-time event for me, seeing the Domes like this. But I can tell you why I don't do anything like this, because that day, just as I arrived back at my car, I turned around, looked at the domes, and said, oh my gosh, I forgot to take a picture of myself with the domes. So I took one last selfie picture standing next to my car on the legal side of that fence there. I got back in my car, started it up, and just as I was ready to leave the area there, a Arizona Highway Patrol car pulled up behind me. The female officer got out of the car and asked me what I was doing here on a desolate road all alone. I told her that I had just stopped to take a picture of the domes and showed her the last photo I had taken. Thankfully, it was easy to get to on my phone, and showed her that I was on the legal side of the fence without showing her any of the other pictures that I had taken. She says, okay, you know this is no trespassing. And I said, yes, ma'am, I understand that. She asked me for my driver's license and went back to her car. A few minutes later, she came back and told me to have a nice day. This scenario would have ended much different if she would have pulled up about 60 seconds earlier while I was still on the illegal side of the fence. I now err on the side of caution, and I warn everyone, do not break the law. It's simply not worth it just for photos or videos. So I'll show you now the photos that I took that day, and I kind of rushed through because I knew I was not where I was supposed to be. Despite the fact that others were doing it, I should not have done it. Learn my lesson, and here's a few photos from the day. It is a very creepy place, and I drove back today just to make sure they were still standing, because there are threats of them being torn down. The Casa Grande city wants to just demolish them and prevent others from being in there doing mischievous things. Thank you, my friends.